See?
Oh,
So we're gonna pick up where we left off.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo. All right, Laura's drinking Boda Box.
I'm drinking Boda Box, and I am enjoying the Boda Box. It's it's called Lush. It's Black Hawk Lush. It sounded
Can you show
perfectly.
it? Can we see it?
Sure, of course. Nighthawk child. It sounded kind of ghetto, and that's why I got it. Can you see?
Mm.
I don't know, 30 something glasses. You have to get pandemic wine. I can't be out there every day buying a bottle. I'm here, my husband's here. I'm trying to teach my son in a responsible way. He's not that interested, so it's easy to be responsible with somebody who's vaguely interested, would like to try, but not necessarily,
Okay. So what are you drinking, Karen? Did you show that earlier?
Oh yeah, show it again. Yeah, there we go.
Broke ass.
Broke ass. From Spain. I love it.
I feel
it's just a red wine.
I feel it.
It was decent and cheap. $5.99 on sale, actually, probably like $8 or something like that. I don't know, but I have to look for it again because in a pinch, I like it.
I got Mr. Biggs Brachetto Yaki, which is from Italy. It's Italian grapes, and it got that seal of approval from that DOCG, which I can't pronounce. But hopefully everybody will get a chance to try it when we have our virtual wine tasting soon.
But that is what I learned in watching this movie, just how to read the wine labels, because so much information is on them. And it's information that you want.
From the movie?
Yeah. They went on about how the labels tell you the year, the region.
Yeah. This says no frills. Great value wine. I love it.
See, that's kind of what mine says, but mine is from California. Yours is from Spain. Peggy's is from Italy. We're all sitting here drinking and munching and enjoying. And that's what it's supposed to do. Wow. And we're not supposed to feel bad about it either. We're supposed to, I'm having a glass, you're having a glass. We are not driving because it's pandemic. We're not going anywhere.
I'm having two glasses. I'm pouring another.
But as the movie says, it's like a liquid passport. So basically, what I read in the article, it said that Uncorked showcases the transforming power of wine and how it takes drinkers to a different part of the world. We need to be taken away to another part of the world. Let's be, with us being sequestered in our houses. So literally and figuratively, it is a kind of liquid passport. So loving my trip to Italy. Okay.
I'm loving my trip to Southern California. Okay. This is a tasty thing.
I'm in Spain.
You're in Spain. Okay.
I'm in Spain. Yay.
I also want to, back to the movie, how when Niecy Nash's character was sick and she was just talking, she was like, but my son is in Paris. And that is the thing, when your child is doing something that you would never, we wouldn't do.
Right.
I mean, I think the world was broadening when we were coming up. And when I say broadening, I mean kind of my child is going to go away. But we didn't really do the study abroad when we were in school. I just did it afterwards because I was curious, and my mom worked for the airlines, and it was affordable on my retail worker salary. I could afford to go to Spain.
There were people doing study abroad, but they had the money. Our parents didn't have the money.
It wasn't right, but it also wasn't us. Think about it. Pan Am. I remember that Pan Am flight over Lockerbie. I remember that. And it was a whole bunch of students that were going over, and the plane exploded.
Right.
And that was
I remember that clear as day too. That was a lot of people died. Yeah.
Right, but that was also a shift. That was people go to college, people do a study abroad, people get exposed, and then people get blown up. And it's like that's another reason that our parents were like, reel it back, y'all. Where you think you going? And it's like, I'm going over there. It's like, you're not going over there.
I actually was supposed to be in a program in Spain to spend my junior year in high school.
Oh, wow.
And my mother was like, who you know in Spain? I'm like, Mom, nobody. I was just trying to get out the Bronx. I just needed to get out the Bronx. And my mother was like, I don't think so. And it was free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you see, but here's the thing. Your mother wouldn't let you go, but you would let your kid go.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm letting her go. I'll let her go anywhere.
But it goes back to the vision. We know things, we've experienced things. Our parents didn't have that opportunity.
Right.
They just didn't.
Right.
They only knew survival. You know, then think about it. Our parents got married very young.
Yeah, my mother was.
Not nary one of us got married young.
That's true.
No.
No.
My parents didn't get married young though. They were full grown adults.
Okay, how old were they, Laura?
How old were they?
My mother was 24. My father was 26.
Oh, girl, please, that's young.
That ain't 16.
My mother was 16. My father was 21.
All right, see.
I got married in my late 30s.
Yeah, well, me too.
I'm not gonna say the year because y'all be able to do some math. I was definitely way past my 30s when I got married.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was in my late 30s.
It wasn't the thing, you know. You remember in high school, Laura? I forget her name. I won't mention. I can't remember her name. She got married in senior year, and it was like an uproar. What? What do you mean she's getting married? Why? Well, right out of high school. I forgot who it was. Real pretty girl. I can't remember her name, but she got married out of high school, and I was just like, why? But then at 21, when I met this person I was dating in college, I thought, oh, I'm ready to get married. I was not, but it was the thing. Like, you got married young. Now people don't have to get married young. They don't have to do anything but what you want to do. Which I think is great for our kids.
It is great. It is very great for our kids, and that's one of the things. And my daughter is in Georgia right now, but she's graduated college. She went to college. She did her study abroad, and this study abroad program, she hopped all across Europe and North Africa for a semester. It was great. Could I afford it? In my head, we can't really afford that. We don't come from that. But the reality was, go do it. Baby, the world is yours. It's out there. Go get it. The world's your oyster. Go earn your oyster. You know? And so now she's there. She's in Georgia, and she drank a wine, and she said something to me because she spent most of the time in Spain, and she learned, she's like, well, there's a thing called table wines, Mom. It's instead of the water, we drink the wine. Really? So then she's talking to me about this cupcake wine that she bought at Publix because they had it at, or
I love cupcake wine. That's so good.
What is that?
It's called, the brand is called Cupcake. And it's
very good.
She had a red velvet, and she said, you know what, Mom? I didn't like the finish. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, but that's a conversation.
Cupcake is very good.
Well, my brother liked it. My brother liked it, and my daughter said that she didn't like the finish. So, except, here's the thing. They're sitting there, they had the ribs, and they had chicken, and, you know, they had a bunch of different southern Georgia, West Georgia things for dinner, and she had the red velvet wine, and she was discussing it. And here's the thing, it's like, well, you know, one of the things the father was saying in the movie Uncorked, about how he thinks he's better than us. And my thought wasn't like, she thinks she's better.
I got that in my family.
Right. But isn't that the go-to line, though? Think about it. Because they don't have anything else to say.
I had a whole big Agent Orange flashback when I had that conversation.
Yeah, a PTSD moment.
That was a PTSD moment for me, for sure, because that's what I heard. You think you're better than everybody else.
Right. But here's the thing.
I didn't.
And what you should have said was, I do.
I am. No.
I am.
There it is. But I didn't think she was. I was just like, wow, this is so great. My kid can have this high-end conversation. In my mind, is a high-end conversation about a wine picked up at the supermarket or Sam's Club or wherever she got it from. Yeah. And I could say, yeah, well, I'll have to try it. You know, I'll have to see. But she and my brother, who's a little bit older, he just had a birthday, and that's why they were, you know, celebrating. And they, you know, had a nice glass of wine with their dinner. So we've got an older guy and a younger woman family bonding over a wine, which is
awesome.
It's great, but it's something I think our communities have been denied because wine is evil. Wine's the devil.
Well,
it's not wine. It's liquor.
It's just that it's just a little pretentious. People make it snobby, so it has this air of it, you know, that we don't indulge. We'll do Crown Royal, we'll do Hennessy, but brown liquor, but wine, that's not for us because it's a class thing.
But as a person from the Caribbean, we drank wine at the table and stuff like that. My mother I grew up drinking stuff.
Right, but African American,
it wasn't all the time, rum. You know, we did.
But at least you learned a little bit.
I mean, because we drank rum and it was wine, rum, whatever. There was always alcohol, but we didn't. I never became an alcoholic.
Right, but then, but like Peggy is saying, it's like in African American households, that was like, you know, if you drank, there was always that uncle who had the Hennessy, who had the the Crown Royal, who had, and then everybody else, we don't drink that. We don't drink that. Wine's the devil. It's not good. It's spirits. It'll get in you and it'll ruin you. And it's like, come on.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before. I thought, being an alcoholic, I might have been genetically predisposed because of the alcoholics in my family, and it wasn't wine. It was, some of it was just beer.
How about
I saw beer? I saw scotch.
How about the oppression? Maybe they were just trying to escape the oppression.
Yeah, because at the weekly pinochle games, okay, my family, that's what they drank. And they would get so damn drunk. I don't want to.
But because it was the weekend and they didn't have to go to work in the morning and they could just relax and not think about it. And right now we're all doing pandemic, but like I can't go back to a 9 to 5. I know Karen's trying to convince me that, you got to go to work. And it's like, I'll go to work.
No, Laura, I said you got to go to work. I didn't say 9 to 5.
Right. But in my head, all I'm thinking is that whole corporate America thing. I got PTSD from that. I can't do it.
I think I'm getting PTSD from that right now too. Believe me.
I can't. No, it means you've had it for so many years that you've had enough, and now it's like there's another way.
Yeah,
there's got to be another way, and that's where I've been for a long time. It's like there got to be another way because I can't do this. I ain't going back there.
Right.
I'm going back there.
And I think that the young man in the story kind of speaks to us in so many different levels that there has to be another way. Yes, we know it's tradition, but it has to be another way. And that's what I liked. And I enjoyed, Ariel sitting there looking at it with me because, I've told her to follow her passion. And I had many people say, you're going to let her be an actress? Yes, because that's what she wants to be. Because she lights up on stage. I've seen her happier.
But here's the thing, to your credit, because I am still struggling. I mean, my child has a degree. And, this morning's conversation is, I know you're in the middle of pandemic, but what's going on with that whole grad school thing? Because I done told you. I know, and to your credit, but here's the other thing, as the movie, your child picked performing arts at 3 years old, and she is still there, almost 18 years later.
I picked performing arts. Like, I just felt like she couldn't dance. And I said, oh, Lord, she ain't got no rhythm. Let me do something. Yes, because I saw her dancing, and she was like off beat. She was like, I said, ooh.
Yeah, I know. How old was she?
She was 3.
Okay, 3.
She was, and
110.
And in New York City school system, they didn't have a strong enough, phys ed program. Like, she was going to daycare, they just ate and sat and read a book. And I said,
welcome to Florida. But that's a whole nother discussion about school and the nonsense. But
I wanted to give her more physical activity as well. So,
But she's stuck with it, and she is great at every discipline. She dances, she paints, she sings, she plays guitar, she plays piano, she acts. Every discipline in it, she excels at. She doesn't quit them. And the character in the movie, and that's one of the things the father kept saying to his son, how long are you going to stay with this?
But that's her talent, and that was his talent, his taste buds, his nose, his smell.
But it was clear that he stuck with it. But it had taken him to which point in his life. And I like that they, when he said, I'm going to have to sell my car to go to Paris. And they were like, all right, go ahead and sell your car. The rest of the family will kick in some money, but go ahead and sell your car. Because he put his own skin in the game. He knew they weren't going to put it in. And that's one of the things, it's like, as parents, we want our kids to say, I'm going to put my skin in the game and I'm not going to quit. And we always feel like once they put their skin in the game, they won't quit. But, young
too, you have to try different things. You're discovering who you are. And it took him a while. He wanted to be a DJ and blah, blah, and went on and on. Right. But he finally found something that hit him.
Yeah.
I like that. He found his passion. And we that's the bottom line. We have to find our passion, whatever that is. So your daughter, she's on the right path. She'll find her passion.
She will. She explained to me what it was. And then I was like, well, let me take notes to understand.
So will yours.
16, but
I mean, there's no way I would have known. I mean, you guys know, I took Ariel since she was 5. We went to see Broadway shows. That's when you can get tickets for $49. We would see these shows, and I didn't have a babysitter, so she she was just there. I just like, I need to see this show, and she just happened to be there.
Mm-hmm.
How did I know that that would be something that clicked? This was something that was a very selfish move on my part.
But again,
and how did you know she had such a beautiful singing voice? I mean,
I had no idea. She showed me a video. I was like, "That's you?" You know, like most Black parents, "That's you, girl." I didn't know you could sing.
Right, but you have pushed that dream, but she didn't quit. She didn't do it for 2 years. And Mom, I know you just dropped 10 grand, but I've had enough. That teacher ain't treating me right, and I'm out. She didn't pull that nonsense.
No,
and,
I killed her.
Well, and there it is. I think Courtney Vance's character had spent that kind of money, and then the kid was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then the wife is there. Well, let him, if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. And, once the money's spent, you're going to finish this, and you need to finish with a flourish, and you need to not, finish it.
Right. But isn't it cool how that movie spoke to different levels?
Yeah.
Us as wine drinkers saying, oh my God, there's a lot out there that I don't know. And then second, as a parent, and then, third, having a kid with us to see through their eyes how they might see what our vision is, maybe in a different way.
Right.
And then, of course, being stuck in a house, a way for us to escape, I mean, that, it kind of hit on so many different cylinders. And I think that's what I like. And so unexpected and welcome, especially when representing folks of color.
Right. And like I said, it was not tragedy porn. I cannot watch any more tragedy. He had a nice Black girlfriend who had a Black job.
Who supported him.
Yes.
She was supportive. She was like, hey, you want to do this? You should do this. This is your dream. Go to Paris. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to Paris.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So kudos to Netflix to realizing, why does it take years and years for people to realize how much money we spend on wine? 1.2 trillion. Hello. And think about it. That's why we're starting to see the rappers come out making their own wine, because somebody said, look at this number. 1.2 trillion that we spend.
But again, it's also a group of people who buck the system continuously, have their own money. So when people say, no, that's not for you, they say, no, this is for me. Everything I want for me is for me. And that's the thing. You have to, not only be able to say, this is for me because I want it. This is for me because I want it and I can pay for it. And there's not a lot of us that can then turn around and pay for it. We'll grab a hold of the pretensions of, well, I like a nice light Chablis, but there's also, where's your nice light Chablis coming from?
Right.
Do you even know what a nice light Chablis is?
Which I don't, but that's the
right. But the thing is, but you'll learn. We'll figure it out. We'll learn it. But people will bring it to us.
Yeah, and then Karen, we can't let you go without asking. What is a favorite comfort food of yours, and what would you pair it with? What wine? Because that's what Urban Blues is all about, girl.
Oh God.
Or is it a separate thing? You drink your wine, you drink your food, and it don't mix. But we are trying to find ways to pair comfort food with wine.
I will tell you while she's thinking about it. I'll tell you what I most recently had at Karen's house, because every time we go to Florida, we stop. My husband's like, we got to go down there. His family lives in North Florida.
Hey, Peter,
we will drive down.
Peter, come here.
And Peter's like, no.
He won't come. He's the wine expert. I just drink.
Well, Peter served us alligator. We had delicious. I had never had alligator, but my son wanted it. My husband was curious. We had alligator, and we had port with it. Right? Isn't that what you served me? Port?
Was it port?
Was it port or was it sherry that we had with the alligator? It was delicious, and it went with it.
I thought it was a rosé with the alligator.
What would Peter serve with alligator?
Peter, what would you serve with alligator?
A rosé.
A rosé, yes.
What's a rosé?
Yeah.
It's seafood.
It was a rosé.
No, a port and a sherry is too heavy.
Yeah, too heavy.
What did we drink when we were at your house the last time?
It was a rosé.
Well, we had about 3 bottles.
Well, that's true. We did drink a lot.
Oh, see, I missed that. Now I'm gonna tell you.
They weren't all the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a rosé. I'm still getting into rosés.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We did a rosé show, Karen, and I'm starting to like the rosé from Spain. Like, I'm leaning towards Spain, although it's, it's much more richer than the French one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the Italian one. I got to try it again.
What was that rosé that we bought?
Yeah, where is it from?
Andrew liked. There was a good rosé that, I don't know. There's quite a few of them I like, but you know.
Well, you
there's
know.
one, we got to do it. That's another show. I can talk to you about that. I love that stuff.
Yeah. We I had ordered a box. It was called Vine Box, whatever.
Yeah, Vine Box.
It was 6 different rosés, and it's just really 2 glasses per tube, and it was France, Italy, and Spain, and wow.
We had a Spanish one that we both were like, all right, I'm gonna spend some money. It was really good. But that's the one we had with the jambalaya.
Yeah.
Right. It was so good.
There's one I really like. I think Roses. Is it called Roses? The one with the pretty rose bottle? He'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive. Well, depends on what you consider expensive. And there's another one that's not so pricey and really good. And I just wish I could remember the name right now. It's not coming to me. But they have other not brands, but flavors and stuff like that. So he's bringing the bottle. It has a beautiful rose on the bottom.
Really?
Etched into the glass.
Oh, it's probably, it might be from that company.
Could it be Lafette Rosé? No?
Is it? Yes, I think that's it. He's bringing the bottle. I'm almost certain.
Lauren,
you know what?
What?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's a black guy who made this wine, Lafette Rosé, and portions of the money goes to supporting kids traveling around the world.
Oh, really?
Nonprofit. Yeah. He and I have been communicating. Hopefully, we'll have him on our show.
Yeah, because is he bringing a bottle? Why can't he just pick up a bottle? This is the problem I'm having with Corona is my wine. All my wine is. I don't have much left.
That's why I had to get it by the box. It's like, listen, it's going to disappear.
Ugh.
They're still they pick up the garbage here every week, so that's not a problem.
Didn't that recently they were stopping the production of Corona due to the virus?
They stopped the production of Corona beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vic.
Wait a minute.
Victor. Vic.
Oh, I gotta show you this. I have to show you this one bottle. Oh, they're all French, right?
Oh, they're French. Okay.
Yeah. It's all. You give me the. It's the label is ripped off of this. So,
it's the only one I could find.
We got a bunch of these bottles. Where are we? Okay.
Okay.
I think it's ripped off, but something.
Oh, okay. Oh.
See, Côte des Roses. And you see the bottom?
Yeah.
Wait, let me show you.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is gorgeous.
So whenever we buy it, we keep it and check out the top, right? So the top is glass.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
yeah.
What?
I wonder if I can find that.
The cork.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll send you a picture of it. I can't. Anyway, so
okay.
It's hard to see, but you see the cork?
Oh, wow.
These bottles are gorgeous. I forget what I think this might be $15 or something like that. And this is another one. Don't ask me to pronounce these things. Can you see it? Wait.
Yeah. Notorious Pink.
Notorious.
Grenache.
Pink. Yeah, Grenache. This is a good one too. And this. Oh wait, there's some left. Wait. Up there. Why did this go in the bag? And this is from France too. I love it.
So you guys are leaning toward French rosés.
I'm drinking the French rosés over there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're good.
They were on sale.
Plus they're on sale.
Well,
this is like $15.99 a bottle. It might be more. But look at the bottle.
Up there, Victor. The
gorgeous.
top.
Wow.
So my stepson, you know what he does? He has a cutter, and he cuts it.
Yeah.
And he makes glasses out of them.
Oh.
Look at the bottom. It's gorgeous. It's the shape of a rose. It's gorgeous.
I'll have to see if I can find that.
Yeah, I'll send. Like I said, I'll take a picture of the label.
Well, what we're gonna do, ladies, is kind of wrap this up before Zoom.
Before Zoom cut us off.
I'm gonna cut off the recording.
Well, we appreciate Zoom. Thank you, Zoom.
Yeah, thank you, Zoom.
Thank you, Zoom.
Yeah, but as always, thank you, Karen. Looks like we're gonna have her on for a couple more shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here were our thoughts and outtakes on Uncorked and how we perceived it. So we're signing off. You can find us on Urban Blues on YouTube,
Instagram, Twitter,
and Facebook.
Oh, should I give my phone number? No.
No.
Oh.
No.
5555555.
So until next time, this is Urban Boo signing off.
We're
Bye, guys.
exploring what's good, sip by sip. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.